Hello, Hattiesburg! I'm your host, Emily Blue, here to bring you the latest stories as well as weather updates and all things Southern Miss sports. And we do have a special guest today. Joining me will be Carly Herndon, so be sure to stick around and hear what she has to say. This segment is very packed today, so let's jump right in. But first, a message from our sponsor.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online. Since 1927, the Student Prince has been a direct conduit to USM students. Get your share of the more than $600 million USM brings into South Mississippi by advertising your business or service in the Student Prince. To find out more about how to advertise in the Student Prince, email sm2sales@usm.edu.
Welcome back, everyone, and happy Thursday. On USM campus news, jump aboard a research vessel and take in the beauty of the Mississippi Sound and unique barrier islands with the University of Southern Mississippi's Gulf Coast Research Laboratory's Summer Field Program, in which students can study marine science in a coastal environment. Located in Ocean Springs, Mississippi, the Summer Field Program was established in 1947 at Magnolia State Park. For decades, the program has helped students gain valuable experiences in ocean and marine sciences. It's housed in the USM School of Ocean Science and Engineering and is offered in 2 summer sessions, with in-person and online options for undergraduate and graduate students looking to learn more about the Mississippi Gulf Coast. John Green is an acclaimed author whose work includes young adult fiction bestsellers, and will be concluding the speaker in the spring 2024 University Forum lineup at the University of Southern Mississippi. For the program, in conversation with John Green, on Tuesday, April 9th at 6:30 p.m., located in the Bennett Auditorium on the Hattiesburg campus. Admission is free, and the members of the university as well as local communities are also invited to attend. The University of Southern Mississippi's new physician assistant program, announced last summer, is progressing expeditiously with plans to matriculate in the initial cohort in fall 2025. The program is being offered at USM's Gulf Park campus in Long Beach, Mississippi. Physician Assistant Studies Program Coordinator Chris Toohey explains that the Central Application Service for Physician Assistants will open its 2024-25 cycle at the end of April. USM's new program can start receiving applications as soon as the CASPA opens the cycle. In Hattiesburg news, the Hattiesburg Zoo is bringing back a fan favorite for 2 Sundays this month. Brunch with Birdie is set to take place at the zoo on April 14th and 21st from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. The zoo says guests ages 21 and up can enjoy a full brunch while 3 beautiful giraffes look on from their yard. The all-inclusive brunch will include the following: a live station omelet bar, fruit, bacon, sausage, hash browns, coffee, water, juice, and bottomless mimosas. According to the zoo, tickets for Brunch with Birdie are $55 plus tax and include admission to the zoo, a free train ride to Lahada's Overlook, private dining access to Lahada's Overlook, and a special enrichment opportunity with giraffe residents Sue Ellen, Birdie, and Grace. In Mississippi news, in Hancock County, Mississippi, NASA said it will conduct a rocket test today for one of its RS-25 engines at Stennis Space Center. The test will take place at the Fred Haise test stand and will happen between 12:30 and 2:30 p.m. The test is expected to last 500 seconds with a maximum of 113% power level. According to NASA, this is the final hot fire test in the 12-test series to certify production of a new RS-25 engine. These engines will carry NASA's SLS rocket on Artemis missions to the moon and eventually to Mars. Lastly, in other news, Texas A&M Corpus Christi student Caleb Harris is still missing. Please keep his family in your thoughts and prayers as the search continues. Next week is Sigma Chi's Philanthropy Week. Check out their social medias for information over the events and how to donate. This week is Alpha Chi Omega's Red Carnation Gala. Tickets are $15. Contact a member for more information or to buy a ticket. That's it for the news segment on Southern Miss today. Next, we will have the latest in Golden Eagle sports and the weather. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online.
Regresando a la escuela, sí tenía miedo, porque yo tenía pensamientos que no sabía si iba a poder hacerlo.
A los 47 años, Marco obtuvo su high school diploma.
Nunca es muy tarde para obtenerlo.
Nadie obtiene un diploma solo. Si estás pensando en obtener tu high school diploma, puedes recibir ayuda. Encuentra clases gratis para adultos cerca de ti en completatudiploma.org. Repito, completatudiploma.org. Presentado por la Dollar General Literacy Foundation y el Ad Council.
Welcome back, everyone. Diving into the Eagles sports segment. Shea Thomas belted a solo game-winning home run in the ninth to lead Southeastern Louisiana to a 7-6 non-conference baseball victory over Southern Miss Tuesday night at Pat Kenley Diamond. Southern Miss will return to action this weekend when they travel to Mobile to face South Alabama in a Sun Belt Conference series. The set will open Friday at 6:30 p.m. Southern Miss women's golf finished in 4th place at the ULM Invitational on Tuesday after firing the 15th lowest 54-hole team total in program history. The Golden Eagles were paced by J.C. Fields with 5th place finish at the Bayou Desert County Country Club. Southern Miss senior right-hander Will Armistead collected the Sun Belt Conference Pitcher of the Week in an announcement from the league office Tuesday afternoon. This is Armstead's first Sun Belt Weekly honor and the second award for the program this season, with Nico Mazza winning the first time for this season for Southern Miss. For more information on USM sports, visit southernmiss.com. For the weather today, there's a low of 43 with a high of 70. It is set to be nice and sunny with no rain in sight. The wind will be very strong today, and because next week storms are set to arrive. Up next, we have the Mississippi Moments brought to you by the Center for Oral History and Cultural Heritage. Check it out.
This is Mississippi Moments, produced by the Center for Oral History and Cultural Heritage at the University of Southern Mississippi and supported by the Mississippi Humanities Council. I'm Bill Ellison. Lunch counters and cafeterias have long provided time-strapped Americans with fast, affordable food. Robert St. John discusses 3 early Hattiesburg eateries and why they were close to the train station.
Coney Island, when you walk into Coney Island today, it looks like Coney Island did 50 years ago, probably when I first walked in there. Mm-hmm. The interesting thing about those, you mentioned Gus's. So if you take Gus's, number 2, California Sandwich Shop, which is where the bagel place is, and then Coney Island, which is where it still is today, those are all 3 on a corner of a building. If you stand at the train station and look into town, the nearest point on each block is a small restaurant, a small cafe. 30-something trains a day came through Hattiesburg. What would happen is the train would stop and you would have about 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes, and people would run across the tracks to this nearest point, whether it was California Sandwich Shop, Coney Island, or Gus's, go in, get a little Coke, hamburger, some fries, and either take it back with them or scarf it down real quick and then get back on the train.
To hear more, visit MississippiMoments.org or just like us on Facebook. Mississippi Moments is supported by the Mississippi Humanities Council. The humanities are for everyone.
That was the Mississippi Moment for today. Coming up after a word from our sponsors, we have the pleasure of hearing from Carly Herndon about a pre-conference for local writers and illustrators.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online. Southern Miss Student Media is how USM communication students put their education into action. The student prints, Southern Miss Radio, SMTV, and SM2 Creative are the media properties operated by Southern Miss Student Media. You can get your share of the more than $600 million USM brings to the area with help from Southern Miss Student Media. To find out more about how to reach the USM audience, email sm2sales@usm.edu.
Now let's please give a warm Golden Eagle welcome to Carly Herndon. Hey Carly, so nice to have you here today.
Hey, thanks, Emily.
So what is this pre-conference?
So this is a full-day event for established or aspiring writers and illustrators of children's literature. So it's really for anybody who's ever been curious about writing a book for kids or enjoys writing books for kids. We welcome all experience levels.
So where will it be located?
So we're holding this, it's going to have a couple of moments. Part of it will be in Cook Library on the second floor. And then at the end of the day, participants will be able to come over to McCain Library for a special behind-the-scenes tour of the de Grummond Children's Literature Collection.
Yeah, so what is the de Grummond's Children's Literature Collection? I heard that Southern Miss has the largest children's literature collection. So can you give us a little insight about that?
Sure, it's absolutely one of the largest. I don't want to step on anybody's toes and try to claim that title of being the largest. But we have about 250,000 children's and young adult books.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
I think maybe we do have the most.
It grows every day, so it's hard to know if we have how many we really have. But we continue to get books every single day. Publishers send us books. Donors send us books. We buy books. We also have 1,400 collections from various authors and illustrators. So folks like H.A. and Margaret Ray, who wrote the Curious George books.
Oh, wow.
We have several hundred boxes worth of material from them, of original manuscripts, their original illustrations. Margaret was a very crafty person. We have her pottery. We have her...
that's insane.
We have a lot of stuff from them. It's very cool. It's their whole lives. But we have other authors, including John Green, who will be here on Tuesday. We have many of his YA manuscripts.
I saw when I was looking at that. I saw that y'all were part of that. Mm-hmm. So when will this conference be?
So every year we partner with the Faye B. Kegler Children's Book Festival, which is happening next week, the 10th through the 12th. So this is going to happen the day before on April 9th, and it's a full-day event. It's from 10 a.m. to about 4 p.m.
So what is your position with the conference? Like, what do you do? What do you get involved with?
So this is just a pre-festival day that I really wanted to happen for us. We are on the receiving end of the people who create the books and the people who make these manuscripts. And I want to be on the beginning end too. I want to be there when people start making their children's books and they start writing for children. So I wanted to bring in people who can teach others about how to be a children's author. So I'm arranging the pre-conference event, and I'll be there as a participant in the background too.
Oh, that's so fun. So I know you had it aimed for anybody with an interest and any experience level. Is there like a specific age group that you're looking at?
For participants, no, it's open to anybody. Anybody can write books for children. We've all been children. Even you know kids,
what we want.
We know what kids our age liked.
So how much will the admission cost for this be? I'm sure it's a large program. It takes a lot of moving parts. So how much does it cost to do it?
It's $75 to participate, and that includes a hot lunch that'll be served in the library right outside of where we have our workshop day.
Oh, nice. Mm-hmm. What is the purpose of this conference? I know that it's kind of showing a bunch of different things, and at the end, y'all are going to show kind of a behind the scenes, but like, what's the purpose? What are some of the things that y'all are going to do?
So for the first session of the day, we'll hear from Caitlin Katsoupas, who is a literary agent at Belcastro Literary, which is a publishing agency in Orlando, Florida. And she's going to give us about a 1-hour workshop where she tells us how to write for middle grade and YA readers. She's going to talk about things like voice, marketability, how to find a balance between the content of what you're writing and who you're writing for. So that'll be the first hour of the day, and then we'll have lunch. And in the afternoon, we're going to have a panel of published authors and illustrators who are from the area. One of our panelists is from right here in Hattiesburg, Virginia Butler. We'll also have Sarah Frances Hardy on that panel. She's a well-known Mississippi picture book author and illustrator. We'll also have Irene Latham and Heather C. Morris, who have published several books for children. And that's our afternoon panel where they will tell us how they started and how they became published authors or illustrators, just to give folks an idea of how that works. Like, what are the different ways to become a published author?
Yeah, there's a lot of work that goes into it.
Yeah,
So it'll be nice to like hear people explain like kind of like this was my process and I struggled for a moment. So has this conference been done before? It seems like there's so much detail that obviously it's like you've done this before. Have you?
I have attended things like this before, but we have never offered anything like this here at the DeGrummond or at USM, as far as I know. Yeah.
So what do you hope that people will gain from the conference? I know that's such a broad question, but I mean, like, what is your hope for this?
I hope that particularly our folks who are going to be everybody's going to be there the whole day, I hope. But I want folks to gain confidence in the process of becoming published can be very daunting, and it can be very disheartening. And I want folks to see that they can do it, and here are different ways to do it, and here are some tips about how to do it. So I hope that people walk away with some foundational knowledge about how to get started if they've never tried before, and the confidence to actually get out there and try.
So for those who are interested in it, where can somebody find the information about the conference, either to register or just to see it before they decide to register?
Sure. So the main information page is on the DeGrummond website. It's degrummond.org, so DeGrummond.org. And there's a link on that front page to go to the pre-conference page, and from there there's a link to register.
So if somebody is like, my question isn't answered, like I need a little bit more, who would be a good person to contact about finding extra information?
Yeah, anyone can reach out to me, or you can reach out through our social media pages. We're on Facebook and Instagram under our DeGrummond name. But they're welcome to email me, carly.herndon@usm.edu, or call me. I'm here on campus. Happy to answer questions.
You mentioned that it was the 10th through the 12th. How long is that conference? Like, I know you said it was all day, but is it a multiple day event?
So our portion of it, so this pre-conference, is just on April 9th, and then the Fabi Kegler Children's Book Festival it's a separate event, but we're kind of advertising them together. That's on the 10th through the 12th, and those are all day panels, sessions, keynote speakers. We'll have some really wonderful and very big name people in the children's book world who will be here with us those days.
Since we're talking about children's books, what's your favorite children's book?
Children's book, I go for the strange older stories.
Mm-hmm.
I do love Alice's Adventures in Wonderland.
That one's a classic.
Yeah.
So I know you mentioned that the McCain Library has such a large selection of like, children's books. What are like, is it free or open to like the public or to the campus? Because it's such a daunting place. I walk by and I'm like, I don't think I'm allowed in there.
Oh no! No, don't be scared. It's open to anyone. All you need is a picture ID. Anyone from the community, anyone from campus can come in. Some things to know are we have our reading room open from 9 to 4, and unlike other libraries, everything has to stay in the building. So if you want to come see something, you're absolutely welcome to come and say, hey, I want to see a copy of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, or hey, I want to see some of John Green's manuscripts. You go to our 3rd floor of McCain Library and present your ID and let the person at the desk know, this is what I want to see. And someone will help you, and you'll just stay in that room and look at those materials. We also have some exhibits that anybody can stop by and
I'll have
see
to go
too.
check it out.
Yeah,
That
come
seems
on,
so
it's right there.
cool. Yeah, no, I walk by it like every single day, and I'm like, this. I wonder what this has. Like,
Yeah.
what does it have in here?
Very cool stuff.
Yeah, because I love the library. I go there all the time. That's where I write the scripts. So what is your position with the whole program? Like, what is your job title, I guess, and like, what does that entail?
So I'm the curator of the DeGrumman Children's Literature Collection. Some of the things I do, I work with donors who are interested in giving us their materials, people like John Green.
Like, we're friends.
Oh, yeah.
By the
I
way.
hope we're friends. Yeah, authors and illustrators reach out and they say, hey, I want a place for my stuff to be safe forever. And we say, yes, please. We also
we'll take that.
Yeah, well, very happily. I also help coordinate our preservation efforts. One of the things we want to do is make these materials last as long as we possibly can. So we work to rehouse them in acid-free materials and keep them in a low humidity, low temperature environment and just keep them really safe. I also work with our digital lab and Cook Library to digitize materials so that they're not only preserved forever, but also available online for people who can't make it to campus or who won't enter the building.
Hey, that felt a little personal. But that's so interesting. Like, it's such a neat opportunity that Southern Miss is able to host or be the place where it's hosted for this such a large event. Because, I mean, I guess children's literature and the children's, it's so big here that it's nice to see that, like, that it's actually so big. Like, how somebody is able to get involved.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining me here today and giving us an inside look at the pre-conference panel for
It's been really fun.
local writers and illustrators. Coming up next, we have a news wrap.
Hello, Golden Eagles. My name is Kennedy Drake, and I'm here with Community Calendar, where we gather information from around campus and within the community near you in Hattiesburg. Get ready for the Ambassador Series, where they will present Long Beach live swinging at sunset with the Southern Miss Jazz Tet. The concert begins April 5th at 7 p.m. in Town Green Pavilion. The musical group is filled with 6 individuals who showcase their skills by playing a variety of instruments. This group is sure to take you on a musical journey. The University Forum will take place with the famous guest speaker, John Green. Mark your calendars for April 9th at 6:30 p.m. in Bennett Auditorium. John Green is an author and creates educational videos online. Don't miss the chance to learn how to reach success and become more informed about educational topics. Forest County Farmers Market Spring Festival will take place April 13th from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on the 1200th Corrine Street. This is the perfect opportunity to get fresh foods, baked goods, and plenty of accessories. Mark your calendars for an evening of shopping. If you are in the mood to have a good laugh, come see comedian James Gregory at the Joe Paul Theater in the Thad Cochran Center. The fun starts April 14th at 5 p.m. Gregory's comedy is based on real-life experiences that will leave the audience in uplifting spirits. Bring a friend and enjoy comedic storytelling. If you have an event you would like for us to promote, send it to sm2news@usm.edu. This is just one way we thank our community for watching Southern Miss TV and supporting us here at Southern Miss Student Media Center. Visit our website, sm2media.com, to keep up with all of our news. Signing out, I'm Kennedy Drake, and this has been your Community Calendar.
Thank you so much for tuning into Southern Miss today here on Southern Miss Radio. A big thank you to the wonderful crew who keeps this program running. Our audio engineer, Darius McCrimmon, Alina Pitletsky, our live stream producer, Annalie Johnson, our producer, Aware Ade, the executive producer, the program director, Shania Williams, our GM, Dr. Wilbur Martin, and me, your host, Emily Blue. That wraps it up for today. Remember, soar high to the sky, fly, eagle, fly.